Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello, everyone.
It is Sledge here, and there's my little big brother. He's a little brother, but he a big brother. So Weightless himself. How are you all doing?
Big in meaning tall, not fat. I know you people out there be like, oh, he must be awful big. Big in meaning tall and muscular. I got muscles.
Notice how you had to clear that up real fast.
And you know how people start thinking, oh, she said big brother. He must be pretty fat.
He's taller than I am. So when I
Everybody's taller than
say, hey, how are you all doing? How are you all doing? Guys, we are going to continue with.
We hope you all had a blessed day, a blessed evening, however you want to record. Family is good, your health is good. So all that makes a difference out here in the world.
Exactly. Exactly. We're good, so hopefully you are good. Okay, let's just put it out there. Let's put it out there. What my brother said, that's the kind of love we.
That,
I cannot mess with you. I just cannot.
That's what we do as age.
Oh my goodness.
We got that. And share
Now
love.
look at his face is freezing up, guys. Your face is freezing like this. Why am I getting a kick out of that? Hold on. Don't ask me why. I was there laughing too. Like, look at his face. But you're good now. You're good now.
Okay.
We are going to be moving right along here. Just let me log in so I can see the messages. Make sure they're positive. You can say what you want, really. Either we're going to respond or we're not.
That's true. We don't get that negative stuff. We got good vibes here.
Yeah. Because
if you said something negative, I'll be at your door. Hey, sweet lips, just keep it real. The Lord has blessed me with good gifts, but I ain't there yet. I still got that other side. Rip your head off. No, just joking. He's just joking.
Right, before they go start reporting.
I know, right? He's just jokes.
Some people just love it.
Don't start getting outside the box and getting all serious. I'll say it again. If you ain't got a sense of humor, then that's bad.
Right,
that's bad.
Right, that's on you.
Be serious all the time.
It's all on you.
You have to laugh. The Lord laughs. He laughs all the time. He said, "Look at those idiots thinking
at us. We keep making the same mistake."
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I see. So hey, you got to enjoy and have some laugh in your life.
And guys, do not forget, if you want to join us, I need to put that link in there for the ones that want to just join in. Guys, I am going to put that link in there. Just give me a minute, and then I will put the link where you can join us on this live.
Yeah, you can even give us a call. Call us. Let us know how you feel. But hello, yeah. It's to the point 101. Is this Sweet Lips over there? Hey, you Sweet Lips. I love the comments you be making all the time there, sugar honey. All right, thank you very much. Send me some stars. All right. See, that's how you do it. Just give us a call and we respond. That's all.
Yes. Yes, as he.
Hey.
Guys, you are on your own with that one right there. You are on your own. You are on your own. Let me say it again. Let me say it with my full chest. You are on your own.
Life is rough. You can't be serious all the time. Smile sometimes. Loosen up. That's what's good for
Amen.
the soul. You know what I mean? It's
Amen.
good for the body. It's just loosen up. You just have to.
Yes. Yes. There's so
You
much
walk
going
around here,
on in this
yeah, you
world.
walk around here mean all the time and all that. That ain't good for your health. Ain't good for the
No.
mind, body, nothing. Ain't even good for your spouse, your family, nothing. It's like loosen up. You got to laugh every now and then.
Have some fun.
I know some people say, well, Sweet Lips, what is there to laugh about? You're breathing. You woke
Right.
up this morning. You here. There you go. There you go. That's right there.
Tell
You
them
woke
again,
up this
brother.
morning. There you go.
Tell them
You,
again.
you able to smile, laugh, do anything you want.
Tell
So
them
that's
again.
how I look at it. That's Sweet Lips way that he thinking. I wake up in the morning I'm happy. I am happy. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning.
Right.
Thank you for
Because a lot
blessing
of us
family,
didn't make
friends, and
it.
loved ones. That's my words every morning. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up this morning. And thank you for the blessings of family, friends, and loved ones. I say this constantly because
Yes.
I'm thankful. You know what I mean? He know I ain't the greatest. He be looking at me like, oh, I'm gonna you getting there. I'm gonna get you. But
That's all
hey,
that
it
matters.
takes time.
That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
you know, it's like, come on, no.
That's all that matters, really, in life. That's all
Yeah,
that matters is
ain't none of
trying.
us perfect. If we ain't him, we ain't perfect. That don't work like that. It don't. Nope. 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 Nope.
Tell them
Nope.
again, brother. Listen to my brother. He's
Hey,
educating you guys.
yeah. I mean, this is real. I mean, life is
Exactly.
hard, so you got to take your blessings every day. It's rough. We know, it ain't easy out there.
It's
Raising
not.
kids, having the spouse, none of that. Working, it's all hard. It's hard, but you got to make the best of it and understand you're blessed every morning you wake up. Every morning you wake up next to your wife or your significant or whoever. It's a blessed day. Just be thankful. Every
Right.
time you can
And you're
eat,
getting another
have
chance
food on
at
the
getting it
table,
right.
be thankful. Every time
Right.
you're able to pay your bills, be thankful.
And if you can't pay, you get the next.
Yeah. Hey,
And
you
then
know what I
even
mean?
stressing about it, it's going to still be there.
That's exactly.
It's not going anywhere. But let me tell you something. But if you give all that anxiety and problems and you give it to the Lord, He will provide a way for you. You just have to
Mhm.
believe. You have to believe because, I mean, when it's all said and done, no one's going to watch out for you the way the Father would watch out for you. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk. There are just some things that you can just pray about. People don't believe in praying, but let me tell you something. You need to start believing. If you've been going through what you've been going through and you don't see no change yet, then a change is going to come. But you have to believe that the Father is there to provide for you.
You see, I see back there, on the sister's wall, she got those good words. I think it says, love each other as I have loved you.
Yes,
You see that?
yes.
You see that?
And it
And
says, this one says, pray first. Pray. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done. Philippians 4, uh,
see, look
4
at that.
verse 6.
I wear glasses and I can see that somewhat. See?
And I had to almost get on top of the shelf.
You can you can always see those words that means a lot. Words have
That's
meaning.
true.
Words
Yes,
have meaning. I mean, they
that's
can touch the
true.
heart, man. It does for me all the time. Words have meaning. It touch the heart, man. You
Right.
can tell me something and
That's so true. That is true. Words have a lot of meaning. It carries a lot of power. And guess what? The words in the scripture packs a lot of power. So let me just say that the words in the scripture packs a lot of power. So please, if you don't know about the Father, get to know him. He knows you. Trust me when I tell you, he knows you. Get to know him. And let me tell you, life would be so much easier. Life would be so much easier when you get to know the Father, when you rely on Scripture, when you rely on the changes. There are changes. You know what? I think sometimes we underestimate what part of the prayer that he is answering, because a lot of things that we're asking for is not needed. And so he is not answered that particular prayer. He's giving you something else that is needed. I just truly believe that. Because a lot of times we like, well, I'm praying for this and I'm praying for that. But is that what the Father's saying that is needed right now? No, that's not what he said. So you didn't get it. Stop asking. He said not yet, because it's in his timing.
Yep.
It's not your timing. It's in his timing. So he knows better than you, your situation and what you need for your situation at that moment. I just truly believe that. I'm one that truly, truly believe that he will answer your prayer in time if he believes it's something that is needed. If it's something that, materialistic, and it's not going to advance you any, he's not going to answer those prayers. And I think a lot of times that's where we make our mistake. We're praying for the wrong thing. And sometimes if you're praying and you have hold on a second, you have no love for no one, and you have no forgiveness in your heart, stop wasting your time, because those prayers will not be answered. Those prayers will not be answered. You cannot ask for something and you still carry hate in your heart. I'll be the first to tell you, those prayers are falling on deaf ear. If you're not helping someone else around you and you make it about me, those prayers are not being answered. So if you wonder why, hold on for a second, I got to do this on Instagram. If you wonder why your prayers are not being answered and you just feel like you're going in circles, I'm telling you that is the reason. That is the reason. The Father hates selfishness. And if you are a child of his, then you are a child of love and kindness and patience.
Yep.
If you do not have that, I'm telling you, I don't know who you talking to or who you praying to, but I know who ain't listening.
Hey, getting more simple than that.
Hey, let's just get it right, people. Let's just get it right. Okay. Let me just put this. I'm going to put this. Whoop, 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 and whoop. So, guys, if you just follow that link, if you want to come live, then you can come live. Okay, you can join us, and here's the WhatsApp number. If you just want to call in and you don't want to join, you can just call in. And hold on, let me put another link in here for you. Just 1 second. And there's the coffee link. Let's hold on 1 second here, because I think I did something wrong. I did. Just hold on. This is don't spell coffee right for sure, and you won't be there. And that link right there. And guys, do not forget to put some love on the video and share, okay? And share. So we are going to continue on. And as you've seen in the title, what causes extreme anger in children? Now we're moving on to anger. And let me tell you why I just jumped to this topic instead of building up resilience, and we will get there. It's because there's so much going on. And guys, you see all these acts of violence that's happening with our children. And so when we say share, when we say we want to know what we can do to really help them, to bring about a change in their attitudes and save their little lives, because I just don't understand the anger. Like, why are our children so angry? And what is it that we are missing, that we're not recognizing all the telltale signs that are there, that we're overlooking it? But you know what? There's this such thing that's called depleted mother syndrome, and I have never heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
This is why we are learning. This is why we are learning. Let me make sure this phone is on. Brother, what you have rattling?
Rattling?
I thought I heard something rattling in the background.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Rattling? You mean oh, probably the ice from the refrigerator.
Mm. Here in a second, I know I ain't going crazy. And if I am, please let me go.
Nah, that's just
Like I say.
my little muffin patch there trying to creep by. It's like, yeah, you stop trying to walk all quiet.
Hello, Muffin Patch. Good evening, Muffin Patch. That's right. Look at that. Bye, honey. Look, you got yours creeping by, and I have one just study like what's going on? What have we created here? Okay, guys. So Muffin Patch and Elvis creeping by. Hold on one second. I need to get me a water.
Well, get you a water. And your thing keep freezing up anyway.
I know. I need to remember to okay, guys, I was feeling a little parched there, but let's get through this because God, I need to eat. I'm trying to work up an appetite here. Okay, so what causes extreme anger in a child? Okay, so one common trigger in frustration when a child cannot get what he or she wants or is asked to do something that he or she might not feel like doing. For children, anger issues often accompany other mental health conditions, including ADHD, autism, obsessive compulsive disorder, and Tourette's syndrome. And some of these we've heard of.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the overview. And this here that I am sharing and reading, this is a study done at Yale Medicine Child Study Center for those who are interested, okay? I have no affiliation. Like I said, normally when we come and we bring you something, there's a lot of research that has been done already so that, we're going off of facts and studies, tests that has been done already, and we're just giving you this information to help. That's the comment. We trying to bring the village back.
There you go.
We trying to bring the village back. Okay. So nobody likes to feel angry, but we all experience the emotion from time to time. Given that many adults find it hard to express anger in ways that are healthy and productive, it is unsurprising that angry feelings often bubble into outbursts for children. So you hear that. We ourselves, and Sweet Lips and I said this yesterday, as adults, we have a hard time communicating.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we were never taught how it's almost what I call generational curses. We were never taught or allowed to express ourselves. So when we were feeling angry, it was almost like you had to put it in a bottle, put the lid on it, and put it away, and keep your mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
You have no voice. You just do what you're told. And sometimes we pass that on, but that's not the correct way because that silences a child's emotion on the inside. And I believe that's why there's a lot of anger and the I want to say statistic wise, this is why some of these children are out of control.
Mm.
They have so much bottled up inside of them that when it explodes, that cap that's put on, poof.
Yep. But
I,
I
I
always think like it's something that's been building over time. But
from
sometimes you
childhood,
overlook it. Sometimes you just overlook it because you got
from
so much
childhood,
going on. Yeah, and it's just been building.
from childhood. I believe that it starts from childhood. And like I said, they were never given that outlet. And that's why I said I do not believe that um, a child's voice should be taken away. Because when you teach them how to remain silent all the time, how can they express themselves if they're afraid to do it? So when something is bothering, something is happening, they're afraid to come. And that's why a lot of times the parent don't even realize that their kids been being bullied the whole time, or their kids are the bullies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Diverse. Yeah.
yeah, so but we try to mimic how we were raised, and that's why I said, like, I just don't believe in it. I just believe in taking some of the old school ways because a lot of it worked, and then taking some of what they're doing now in this present day
Mhm.
and mixing it up a little bit, but always being there and being supportive of your child. You have to support them. You have to. Because, like I said, by hun, um, no child knocked on your womb or crawled up to your penis and said, "Hey, hey, knock, knock, could y'all get together because I want to
Yeah.
come."
Yeah.
No, that didn't
Yeah.
happen like that. They didn't have a choice. So
That's
when
true.
you start to take that voice and shut them down, you can't cry, don't ask me this, I don't have to explain this or that to you, you're creating a monster. But let's move on. Most parents find themselves wondering what to do about temper tantrums and angry behavior, and more than a few wonder whether the way their child behaves is normal. At the Yale Medicine Child Center study, we work with children and their families to develop plans for behavior goals. And let's look at some of their goals. And our goal, again, is to build that village and get as much information out there, especially to the ones that I don't want nobody in my business. Okay, well, then take this information and put it to use. So, when is anger, irritability, and aggression unhealthy in a child? We spoke about this yesterday when we were saying that sometimes a child is acting out, biting and screaming and yelling and throwing things, and we look at it like it's so cute. Look how he got a good arm. He threw that can all the way across the house.
Yeah. And ain't nothing cute about that at all.
Or did you see how he just wrestled her to the ground? She just bit him and pulled his hair. She gonna be a good fighter. She gonna know how to protect herself. And then you just have our children that bumps into these kids that's so angry because they were always rewarded for that bad behavior, and the next thing you know they come in contact with your child, and that's when the boom, the bang, the boom, boom, bang, bang start.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Then the parent come won't fight you because you don't report it. Child, please. Anyways, it is not unusual for a child under 4 to have as many as 9 tantrum tantrums per week. It's a big number to me. These can feature episodes of crying, kicking, stomping, hitting, and pushing that last 5 to 10 minutes. It's a long time. Most
Hmm.
children outgrow this behavior by kindergarten. Most children outgrow the behavior by kindergarten. For some children, those tantrums continue as they get older and become something that is not developmentally appropriate. Professionals, professional help can be in order. And I think that's just true. But I I just think myself, um, they say that a child goes through the terrible twos. At some point, um, if it's the terrible twos, it need to be stopped at two.
Right.
Because three and four, you're basically preparing them to interact with other children.
Hmm.
Because as sad as it may be, we're living in a time now that really kids are in daycare. By the time some you just can't help it. You, 4 or 5 months they're in daycare. I've had newborns in my daycare.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even that time spending with the child and allowing that bonding is taken away
Hmm.
because of the times that we live in. You have to work almost 24/7, 7 days a
Yep.
week, and we don't realize it. But as much as we say we love our children, not having that time to bond takes something special away to me. But like I said, due to the fact with the economy and everything else, some parents are just forced to go out there. You have your baby, they give you maybe 8 weeks, and then there you are back to work. You
Hmm.
pick your child up and you're exhausted. It's a baby. So now the last touch that baby remember was whoever you had dropped them off to. That bonding is not there. And that's just my thoughts. And I'm entitled to it. Now,
Yes, you are.
right, multiple factors can contribute to a particular child's struggle with anger, irritability, and aggression behavior that can cause harm to oneself or another. And that's something also that you have to be aware of is when your child is self-harming at a
Mhm.
young age. Again, your job is to get that child the help that is needed.
That's true.
Uh,
Yes. Especially
yeah,
help is out there.
yeah, it's available.
You got more help now than you had then back in our day. You got
and
so
and, and
many
stop, yes,
agencies that can help you out. Get the help.
exactly. And stop all this. I don't want nobody in my business. I don't want to put your child suffering. And then next thing you know, you suffering too. Remember
Yep.
when we used to watch the Murray show and the parents used to bring their kids? Oh, she was kicking me and she cussed me
Yeah.
out and I can't control. Like, oh, when did that start? Because for sure it didn't start that day.
Yeah. Yep.
So, one common trigger is frustration. When a child cannot get what he or she wants or is asked to do something that he or she might not feel like doing, that's when they become frustrated. For children, anger issues often accompany other mental health conditions. But to me, it's just a matter of you have to keep an eye on that. But you know what? Also, this thought came to my mind is that when we as parents, and then say our parents, the generation before us, again, if you never got help yourself, how can you help someone else? If no one ever identified that problem that you were having, you have the same problem, your child has the same problem you have, and you don't know how to address it because your parent didn't address it with you. Again, it was all swept under the rug. So a lot of times we see things happening, and to us, well, that's normal because when I was coming up, you just told them to shut up and go to bed. So shut up and go to bed. We're passing on. We're passing that generational curse, and that's why I call it generational curses. Because if someone said to us, "Well, you're angry," and so, well, if our parents, "Well, I'm going to get you to help because you're angry." But if someone told them, their parents, "Well, I'm going to get you to help because you're displaying all this anger," and it's like it's just aggression passed down. No one is putting a name to it. No one's getting the help. So we just continue that line of need be verbal or physical or mental abuse. And then they go, oh, they got it from their grand. Oh, no, no. See, their grandmother used to be crazy. Like, let's not skip the grandmother. You crazy too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let's not
yep,
take it.
yep.
Let's start at your mama. Your mama crazy.
And,
You know what I mean? And not even saying the
and it
crazy.
starts off the reaction with the kids see how you're acting from growing up. They see your attitude. They see how you cussing, you carrying on. It starts
They
right there.
see the aggression.
Yeah.
And
So they're repeating the
everyone's
same
doing
thing they
it.
see.
Right. Right. So genetic and other biological factors are thought to play a role in anger and aggression. Environment is a contributor as well. Trauma, family dysfunction, what we're talking about, just being dysfunctional.
Mhm.
And no one wants to say, hey, well, you had two grandmothers ago. She was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? They put the word crazy when the title should not be crazy.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like just imagine back in the day, someone said, "Oh, a child has Tourette. Oh, that child is ADHD. That child has autism." Just imagine all the lives that would be saved.
Yep.
Okay. Honey, could you do me a favor? Could you look to see if those groceries came? But anyway, excuse me, guys. And so, could you just look outside and see if those groceries? I didn't hear the thing say that someone is at the door, but I know that I ordered them and they're supposed to come. You would see if it will be right there. At the door. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, I was lazy and didn't feel like going shopping, so I went and ordered the food. It's not here yet. Okay, I should be done. Um, hmm, okay. Um, so trauma, family dysfunction, and certain parenting styles, such as harsh and inconsistent punishment, also make it more likely that a child will exhibit anger and or aggression that interferes with his or her daily life. And that is so true. And like I said again, unintentionally, we do it. We do it because we were never taught any better. And then, we always think about the shame. Oh, I don't want to stain the family name. Or I don't want nobody to say that my child is this or my child is that. It's like, so are you worried about what people are saying or you worried about helping your child?
That's right.
That is the choice that we have. Now, how is anger, irritability, and aggression in a child diagnosed? Let's see what the diagnosis is. I know a couple of us should have been diagnosed years ago.
Hmm.
Young children may be taken in for psychological evaluation by their parents or be referred by a pediatrician, psychologist, teacher, or school administrator. But notice, even a lot of times when the school is referring a parent and saying, I think you should take this child in to have this child checked because this child display, the parent becomes so aggressive
Mhm.
and becomes I want to say it's not even being overprotective at this point. It's more of, don't you tell me about my child because you only see my child 4 days a week, 5 hours a day. So how you gonna tell me about the ignorance is out there.
Yeah. Yep.
The ignorance is out there. Let's just keep it real. That's why we're called to the point. We're getting right to the point. The ignorance is out there.
Yep.
Now, older children with behavioral problems that bring them into contact with the law may be sent for evaluation and treatment by courts or juvenile justice systems. And this is why Sweet Lips and I said yesterday, if you don't catch it, here are the three places your kid's going: to the hospital, to the jail, to the grave.
Yep. Yep.
And so when the courts have to step in now and try to undo all that you have done, the damage that you have done. But then, it's so sticky because even though parenting does not come with a handbook, There's a handbook out there to help you. This day and time, you have no excuse.
Yeah.
It's so
Yep.
many resources
Yep.
out here.
Yep.
It is so many resources out here. Now, when assessing the breadth and the depth of a child's anger or aggression, a provider will look at the behavior in context of the child's life. Here it goes right back to home. Here it goes right back to the adult. This includes obtaining input from parents and teachers, reviewing academic, medical, and behavioral records, and conducting one on one interview with the child and parent. And let me tell you when you can tell when there's trouble, when you ask a child a question and that child takes his eyes off of you and look to the parent. And when you see fear in that child's eyes, you
Mm.
already know what's going on. Or if you're asking a child a question and the child's answering, and all of a sudden the parent interject like, no, 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 that's not, no, no, that's not what we do. Well, why would the child be lying?
Right.
You know what I mean? If the child already know, you
But
may
that's
want
that's
to
a
say,
very very rare. But let us just say there are situations where children do make up things. And God, that's very rare, but it has happened. So we don't want people to be out there like, someone saying, "Oh no, no, that ain't right," because it not happened to me, and that's a fact. Yeah, there is very rare that. So, and even if the child does that, there's a reason behind that. Because
right.
you also got some kids that just make up things just to make them up because
Let
they
me
want
tell you
attention.
something.
And you got
Right.
some that's just different. So it's very rare, but it happens. It happens.
But to me, a child is less likely to make up a lie in front of the parent. Normally, when they lie behind parents' back. They're lying to a teacher, they're lying to the friends, they're lying to someone else. And then suddenly you're told that this is what your child said. Like most kids, if they have that fear of their parents and their parents sitting there, you think that child gonna lie on you? No, 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 no. Now, if you leave the room, now they may begin to make up some stuff. But then we also have to take in account that you yourself tell your kids a lie.
Mm,
Lying is taught at home.
mm,
You know what I mean? They ask you something, say no. If your father asked you where was I over here with this here person, tell him no. If your mother asks you, did I get up at 9 o'clock? Just say yeah. I don't care if I got up at noon or not.
right.
Lying is taught at home. That lying is taught.
Well, I agree with that. That's why that word is, you know, am I my brother's keeper? Because they always you right. It just starts at home because your parents will tell you, hey, man, you're supposed to take up for your brother. You're supposed to take up for your sister. I don't care. You got to lie to your teeth. You know what I mean? You stick together. I mean, you're right. You're taught that. You're
The
right.
lying
You're
is taught at
taught
home.
that.
That's something that it's almost taught as quick as you're taught like, okay, hold my hand and start moving your feet so you can walk. Lies are taught at home.
Mm-hmm.
So now we look at the full spectrum of mental health disorders and how they are affecting a child's life. Someone needs to tend to the front door. Okay, there was the food I was looking for. Um, Well, keep talking. Let me just grab that because around here they be coming up to people's door snatching boxes, and they leave out with my ribs or chicken. We gonna have a problem. Y'all gonna see me chase them right down the street and get it right back.
Look,
Sure.
let's speak on go off of that from lying being taught at home, and let me give you my advice. Some kids do know how to make up things, and some kids will be awful truthful. That's just the way it goes. That's just my opinion.
But what I want to say also is,
But that was quick.
when I went to the door, I didn't realize the big Jerry I went out through. I guess I went out through the side door of the garage, so I didn't have to worry about it. And they're still bringing it in. I'm bringing it to the door. You know what? And a lot of times too, when a child begins to lie, if you have not taught your child about lying, like some, and really it's not, it's their imagination, you know what I mean? They start coming up with these imagination friends. Oh no, she was right there, she's sitting right there, and you know, you looking like, who's she, you know what I mean? It's psychological. So, but it's still a problem because they're making this up in their heads to get through whatever trauma that they're facing. That's what I believe. Now,
And don't see nothing. You heard me?
yeah, you froze
We
up
kept,
again.
yeah, we kept freezing up.
Yeah, you were, I wasn't.
Yeah,
Um,
I know.
Now,
This
at the
internet.
research-based measurement tools such as answers, parents and child give to specific questions are used to determine whether a child meets diagnostic criteria for a behavior disorder. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-V, which is considered the Bible of diagnosis, potential diagnosis for a child with anger, irritability, and aggression includes. And I have never heard of any of these, but we're learning together. We're learning together. We bring the village back. Anyways, this is called oppositional defiant disorder, ODD, a pattern of angry, irritable mood, argumentative, defiant behavior, and or spitefulness that lasts 6 months or more. Conduct disorder, CD, a persistent pattern of behavior that violates the right of others, such as bullying, stealing, and or age-appropriate norms, such as truancy from school or running away from home. I never even knew that there was a name for that.
I didn't know that either.
That behavior that violates the right of others, such as bullying and stealing, and truancy from school or running away from home. Disruptive mood dysregulation disorder, DMDD, characterized by frequently angry outbursts and irritable or depressed mood most of the time.
Mm.
And that's why I said when I look at this, like how many of us fell under this category and never once did someone say, Miss So and so, this is what your daughter or son is suffering from. Because it was always swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Because our parents come from a generation when you just did not speak about that.
Yeah.
Something that, and I am not taking you to the to no shrink. That's what they used to call it. You're going to a shrink. I'm not taking you to the shrink, and I'm not going to have my friends thinking that you crazy or I'm crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
The generation we and then our parents came from.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably was suffering from something from the trauma and abuse that they faced, and then they passed it on to us, and then here we are passing it on. But let me tell you one thing I do believe, um, that even this day and time, as a grandparent, if you see this type of behavior in your grandchild or great great grandchild, really it is your duty to make it known to that parent
Yep.
that they should get that child some help.
And hopefully the parent listens.
Right, but it is your duty.
Yep.
Because someone did not help you, that does not mean that you continue to turn a blind eye the way a blind eye was turned for you.
That's true.
Handle that head on, take it head on. And if that person, um, because you have some of these parents right now See, unlike us, we knew not to confront our parents in any kind of tone. I don't care how old you are, you just don't do it. This parents this day and time, from when we raised our children, now those are the ones that would sit there and cuss their parent out. You mind your business, you don't be getting it, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
they're pushing and cussing the parent out, and the grandchild is watching it, and then you think that that child not going to do the same to you as you're doing to your mother. You know, that's why it's called karma.
Yep. That's so true.
That's why it's called karma.
Yep. That's so true.
We have to be aware of that. Now, how is anger, irritability, and aggression in a children treated? Behavior intervention is the first line of treatment for a child's anger and aggression. Though there are quite a few therapies that can be helpful, the Child Studies Center emphasizes on two primary approaches that focus on changing the interpersonal dynamics that lead and result from anger outbursts. And that is the whole idea, is to
Mhm.
get down to the root of it. Get down to the root of it. I don't think there's nothing going on in this world today that you cannot get on the internet and do research and find out,
That's
or
true.
find that type of help
That's true.
to just say,
It's
you
all
know,
there. It's all there.
exactly. Now, cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, is a three-pronged approach that helps a child acquire new and more effective strategies for regulating anger emotions through thoughts and behavior. And you know, like these here programs are available, but just imagine the scarring that's done already. How you have to reprogram this child after, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years of their lives. They've been taught that, you know, there's nothing wrong, and now you have a professional saying no. It's almost like, to me, and I'm just speaking for myself, it's almost like they have to take your child, and that child has to be reborn again,
Mm.
to start all over again. And so just imagine, even the ones that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that once they get into so much trouble that they put them into these I don't want to say an institution, to put them in these classes to try to redirect them. They're almost adults.
Yep.
But see, if you put your pride aside and get that child the help that's needed, then that struggle would not be there. Because here's what happens, you know, it can be court ordered or whatever, but the older that child gets, let's say, you know, that child's 17, 18, that child can go ahead and leave that program
Mm.
because it's just too much for them to handle. And so that's why I said yesterday that we have to take account, we have to take accountability on the parts of our children's lives that we ourselves robbed them of. We overlooked it. And that is why I said, if you do not allow your child to express themselves, you are heading for trouble. They're not going to come to you for nothing because they know, be quiet, ain't nothing wrong with you. Oh no, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. Everything just can't be a lie.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Everything just cannot be a lie. And so when you take that voice away from them indoors, they go outdoors and they look to be heard, because what's going through their mind is that no one else will shut me down. They're angry. So, again, we have to learn how to do better. Emotional regulation. which allows a child to learn to identify anger triggers and prevent preventive strategies. And that is needed, preventive strategies. It's also needed in school, definitely in the schoolhouse. But like I said, we just live in a world today that, and I'm just going to put it out there, the people that we vote into the office decides what programs to cut. And they seem to want to cut the ones from the inner city schools.
As always, as
That
always.
start their cut. Not, oh, this program is needed because it can prevent, the anger in a child. It's going to help the parents. It's like you almost have to go two counties over because maybe in your county it's taken away, maybe in your state it's taken away, so that leaves you to either uproot that child and move to a state that can provide it for you. But why would you have to move?
Right.
Again, when it's all said and done, everyone plays a role.
Yep.
Everyone plays a role, from the parents to whomever your I don't know, your congressman, your president, whoever's in charge,
Yeah.
whoever's in charge, whoever has the pen in their hand to say we're taking away this program, that program, that program, and then you just wonder, well, this person has like a mental illness. You can tell when you arrive that this person have a mental illness, and the first thing the officers do is become aggressive. Like, why are you aggressive with a person that cannot comprehend?
Yep.
And why wasn't help provided? Why wasn't help provided for that person? Or you go to someone's house and you can tell by talking to the parent that the parent's a little off. So why aren't you having more frequent visits there? Why you have to wait for someone to call you and tell you there's a tag on this child's toe?
Because they always say not in the budget.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Failure from all over. Everyone has to take a blame in this, but the blame falls mostly on the parent.
Yep.
Because and then it just goes back generations. And a lot of times, and that's what I said, in this here time that we live in, you have to almost work 3 or 4 jobs. But if you just take that time to at least try praying, asking the Father to make a better way for you. When you try to do things on your own, that's when it's more likely to fail. And that is why we keep saying we need to bring back the village. We need to bring back the village. We need to have eyes like, if I watching out for you and you watching out for me, you may see something going on with my child that I'm overlooking. I didn't get it. Maybe it's I have 3 or 4 more. Maybe I'm working so many hours a day that.
But the parents got to be. The parents have to want that. Some parents don't want that help. Some
No,
parents are knocking them instead of helping them when you're just trying to help.
right, because they're living this lifestyle like, I don't. This here generation, and I see it a lot. These parents want to be their kids' friends and they hanging out with them. You know what I mean? They getting high with them. They want to hang with them and the kids so they can still feel like they young. Your kids out here cussing and you out here cussing and fighting right along with them instead of saying, hey, no, we going home and we going to talk about this.
Right.
And then I will go sit down with that parent and talk to that parent. But you are not to stand there and disrespect. Because today's kids have no respect for adults. Because they have none for their parents. But then they know that if I display this type of behavior, then they're going upside my head. And so this is what I know. So now I'm going to go outside and do it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so when it's all said and done, we are failing. That's where it's coming from. We're failing our children. And all the resources that are out there, we got to be tough. We got to look tough. We have to play this role. I don't need nobody, and nobody better not be in my business. I watched this video, and this man was cussing at his kids. And there was some passenger that was on the train said to the guy that you should not talk to your kids that way. This man said, mind your business or I will slap the SH out of you. And he slapped her. And I just thought, this is the reason why people are afraid to offer any kind of help. But
Wow.
why would you display that type of behavior out to the, not even out the door, but in the doors? And it doesn't even matter to me. You know
So
what I mean?
he
You're
slapped him.
not.
He told him that.
He told the woman, and he in front of his kids. Sad to say, in front of his kids and in front of her man, he went all the way back to Mississippi and brought it back to where they were at.
In front of her man? Whoa.
And his kids, and all these passengers. And it's like, that's what I said. So how do you think his children will handle situations with violence, with physical abuse? Because to me, if someone said, hey, could you stop cussing your kid out, like that's not nice. So you think that embarrassing your kids outside by talking to them, demeaning them like that is okay? And the minute someone say to you, hey, look, you should not do that, you already know that they were one of us, and who he connected with was opposite. And it's like, so sometime when they just turn a blind eye, it's because they are afraid of the repercussions.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It makes you want to say, hey, look at here, drag them down the trains, drag them on the tracks if you want to,
Right.
because your heart is breaking. Some people
Mm-hmm.
just don't understand that type of treatment to a child. And I'm telling you, that child will go, those children, seeing how that parent was acting, will be the ones that's bullying your child. They would be the ones to unlive your child because all they know is somebody say something to you, you attack. If somebody step on your shoes, you attack. And that's why I said a lot of the behavior starts from home. It starts from at home. We have to change the way we see doing things because a lot of what we are doing, it is the wrong way. And what we are showing our children, what we are pushing down their throats, we are wrong as parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we're in a situation that you have these young adults. Like I said, I want to say starting in the teens, but even at 11, they are so angry. They are so violent. They are so screwed up. And yet, you will not have one parent that want to take accountability to say, you know what, I messed up. You know what, I'm sorry. It's okay to go to your kids and say, I'm sorry. Like, you
Yeah.
know what,
Yeah.
I should have found a better way, but I didn't know any better. And you ask your kids for forgiveness.
I
Yes, ask
agree.
them, do you forgive me? Because a lot of times, like I said, it's something that's passed down. We were never taught you know, um, how to deal with different situations. We were never taught how to have how to manage our anger because we were always beat into silence. If you don't know how to manage your anger, how are you going to teach me how to manage my anger? If
True.
every time I come, I come home, you know what I mean? Maybe my mother's sitting there with a black eye, or maybe the police at the door, and or all the other neighborhood kids is laughing at me. Kids are dealing with a lot. I think today's children are dealing with a whole lot. I mean, we didn't have this problem. We did not have this problem. But again, the help is out there, and we need to bring the village back. We need to bring back the village. No, let me close this door. We could talk while I close this door.
Bring back the village. Bring back the village. Well, anyway, yeah, she's right. We do need to bring back the
We
village. We
need to
do
bring
need
back
to
the village.
help each other as much
Help.
as we can. I mean, it ain't easy parenting. So all the help you can get, take it. If we
Yes,
can offer help and you see somebody need help them.
right.
At least you can
And
say you tried. That's what I can say. At least you
exactly.
tried.
Exactly. And not only that, but when it's all said and done, if we see these children, because before, back in the day, it was like, oh, oh no, that's my son, my daughter, whatever. You walk up on someone, a child, and they're into some type of situation or conflict or whatever. That parent said, walk away and take your butt home.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now they're coming with the cameras,
Yep.
videotaping it, going live,
Yep.
world star. Like, how about just breaking that up?
Yep.
How
Yep.
about just breaking that up?
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of what's going on also, it's society's problem. Because from when we were coming up, when the parents was coming up, and now, it's just different. The politicians are different. The economy is different. But it's also a matter of what people don't believe is that there are demonic spirits
Y'all got to
roaming
excuse my internet
around.
is freezing.
Yeah, there are demonic spirits roaming around here, taking over and attacking these poor children. People may not believe it, but where's all of this coming from? Where's it all coming from? They need to learn how to tie it in together. And that's why they need to go back to scripture. They need to go back to scripture. There are a lot. Satan is so busy, and he is attacking the minds of our children. And this is the reason why, to me, we must start to raise our children knowing the Bible and knowing what a demonic person look like. Knowing what a demonic person look like. That it's just nothing more than Satan attacking your family because you have opened the door and given him access to your children. And you have to remember, if he can't get to you, he goes to your children. Because I'm telling you, all this aggression that's going on, I just can't see it as, it all falling back on, um, this is what's happening, and it's happening in the household. But if people truly believe that these demonic forces are not around, um, you are sadly mistaken. I'm telling you, uh, we really do truly need to sit down and allow our children to pray, teach them how to pray, teach them how to pray. We need to. We need to know, we need to teach them that there's a higher being out there, and there's a father that you can call on, that you do not have to face all that you're going through alone. But as a parent, it's up to us to learn this ourselves and then teach it to our children. I'm telling you, it's a promise that is given to us for our children, and we need to exercise that. Just 1 second here, guys, and let me just pin one of the promises. I'm telling you, we need to realize, we need to remember that it is a spiritual warfare that we are going through, and we cannot get through it on our own. There's just 1 second here. I just want to pin this. My mouse is acting up, but I'm trying to pin this. And you know, the crazy part about it is that it just seems like in these trying times, we just never know when and if our children are going to make it back home. And that is the reason why also really, um, we must pray over them. We must pray over them when they leave the house, just the way we would pray for ourselves when we leave the house. We have to pray over our children. And let me just end this here. So there's a scripture that I just provided. Okay. God promises to bless them with a future filled with hope and purpose. In Jeremiah 29:11. And guess what? Um, if we don't come together and band together as a village, as a community, what happened today is going to continue to happen. Like, if you don't get your child help, the help that's needed, that child is more than likely to go out and take the life of someone else's child. So, as we wind this down, we are going to continue to repeat. We need to bring the village back. We need to build this community wherever you are. You see something, make that parent aware, especially the single parents that's doing it all alone. You don't have to do it alone. Really, you can pray to the Father and He'll take care of you. So, oh my goodness, I hope this book will be gone by tomorrow. So it is Sweet Lips. It is Sledge here. And we thank you. And that is our theme while we are doing this, God's promise for children and how to bring the community back, the village, the village, the village. Okay, we all need to be the village people all over again. We all need to encourage one another. Hey, look, if you're going through something, allow me to help. And when you reach your hands out to help, make sure that you're not there gossiping behind that person's back. Do it because you're doing it from the heart. Do it because it is expected of you from the Father. It's Sweet Lips and Sledge from To The Point 101. Let's talk about it. And He First Loved Us. Guys, enjoy the rest of your
love y'all. And have a
afternoon.
blessed evening.
You are calling from, calling from wherever you are watching from. Always feel free to either call in or, when I remember to pin that app, to join us. Again, put some love, put some like, share. You can send stars if you would like to support the channel, or you can do the coffee link on YouTube. You can subscribe. You can do super thanks. But do subscribe on YouTube too, because the subscription is free. Hey, it is Sledge. And we will see you guys same back time, same back channel, and we are out of here.